did you bring?
Cheese.
Oh.
No.
No, wait, you guys got cheese too?
Alright, this is a little awkward.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
You have some over here.
Well, I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to. The cheese is good though. Like, there's so much history behind all of this cheese.
You're very good over there.
Yeah, cheese, all of this cheese looks so good. Cheese is an extremely common snack as well as an ingredient used in a variety of entrees. Many of you have experienced unique tastes of these rich and ethnic flavors without recognizing the many characteristics that they hold. We have ventured to the far corners of the world to bring you back these diverse and delicious snacks.
Cheese, although it may seem mundane, is rich in history as well as culture. Today we will discover various cheese types which include where it is enjoyed, how it is enjoyed, and whether you enjoy it yourself.
So, I'm first going to talk about a cheese, which I brought, that is just too Gouda to be true. So Gouda cheese originated in the Netherlands, and according to the book, Cheese for Dummies, written by Laurel Miller and Thalassa Skinner, most of the cheese produced in the Netherlands is Gouda. It can be raw milk or pasteurized and can range in size from 1 to 176 pound wheels. The rind can be natural, coated, or waxed, and it could be plain or flavored with herbs. The aging process can take anywhere from 2 months to up to 5+ years. And unless it is done in cooled cellars, the cheese will taste so bitter. There is one characteristic shared by most Goudas, and that is their flat wheel shape. Interesting enough, the Dutch pronunciation of Gouda is Gouda, but I don't recommend you guys going in the grocery store and asking for Gouda cheese, unless you're in the Netherlands. So there are many versions of Gouda cheese, one being Boerenkaas, which is essentially Gouda. However, it can be from cow, goat, or sheep milk, but never mixed. The longer one of these spectacular Dutch cheeses is aged, the more deep gold, caramely, butterscotchy, and crunchy it becomes. If you would like to dine by eating Gouda, it is best enjoyed with crisp apple slices and toasted nuts.
I've actually heard that's a very good snack. And while your cheese might be Gouda, mine is the goat, as my cheese milk produced in France, which was created 7,000 BC and arrived in ancient Greece when the goats came there before the Romanians were even in the land. Yes, that's where goat cheese comes from. And Greek historian Xenophon, born 349 BC, even wrote about how goat cheese was eaten in his land of Peloponnese centuries prior. France is the #1 producer of pure goat cheese, meaning that it's only made by goats. And they produced 12,000 tons, which is equivalent to 265 pounds in 2016 alone. And goats produce milk from up to 2 years old, and they can usually produce milk for 4 to 5 years. And they usually produce about 12 to 16 pounds of milk a day, which is equivalent to 1.5 to 2 gallons of milk. The thing is that it takes over 100 pounds to make goat milk just to make 16 to 25 pounds of it. So a lot of it has to do with, the taste of it has to do with the diet of the goat and where it's from, because many times they come from different areas where they fed different things, so that really alters the taste of it in the long run.
I'm trying with these. This is right.
Yes, that is the cheese. And it is typically, we like to enjoy cheese with wine. As a study from the magazine New Scientist accessed December 5th of 2019, the article Cheese Meltdown explains how opposite ends of the taste spectrum can actually cause a pleasant sensation. However, in the case of the goat cheese, it is actually recommended that beer is served because of the acidicness of the cheese.
Good.
Yes.
While you may think your cheese is the goat, we can't decide Swiss cheese is superior yet.
Oh, no. Wow.
While my cheese may not be Swiss cheese, it is queso campesino. Queso campesino has multiple names and is comparable to queso fresco, queso blanco, and queso colombiano. Side note, it is not the cheese they use at Chipotle, just to clear up any possible confusion. Cheese is consumed in great amounts all over the world and dates back for centuries. Even Queen Elizabeth from 1837 to 1901 was in on it. In April of 2016, Culture Magazine published an article titled Cheese Facts and Cheese Science by Marcella Egg, which states a giant wheel of cheddar cheese was given to Queen Victoria for a wedding gift. It weighed over 1,000 pounds, which was accessed on December 8th of 2019. Although queso campesino is the most commonly consumed cheese in Colombia, it is consumed in nearly all Latin countries due to its versatility. From simple dishes such as tacos and quesadillas to tamales and empanadas, it is used in such a wide variety of dishes. Queso campesino is to Colombia as feta is to Greece. Queso campesino is traditionally made with raw cow milk or a combination of goat milk and cow milk. Due to its mild taste, which makes it great on literally everything, you could throw it on your salads, soups, corn, or even use it as a filling, or even enjoy it how it is.
That's very interesting.
Soup would be good.
Although queso campesino is delicious, I personally think queso chihuahua is the one to go. Chihuahua cheese, or also known as queso chihuahua, is a soft white cow's milk cheese of Mexican origin. This cheese is named after its place of origin, the Mexican state of Chihuahua, Mexico. According to Taste Atlas Access on December 7, 2019, in Chihuahua, Mexico, this cheese is also called queso menorito, referring to the Mennonite communities in Chihuahua that first produced it. This cheese is now made by both Mennonites and non-Mennonites throughout the state and is popular all over the country. Not to mention, it's one of the most popular melted cheeses sold in Mexico. Queso Chihuahua melts exceptionally well, so it's often used in baked dishes such as casseroles, but it's also used for cheese sauces, as table cheeses for snacking, or it can be added to quesadillas, queso fundido, or chilaquiles. This cheese is also sold in braids, balls, and rounds. An interesting fact that I like to share with all of you is that cheese was created over 4,000 years ago by accident. I bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Neither did I. Well, all of these cheeses look so good, but in queso, you can't eat cheese like me. There are many alternatives that won't upset your stomach. Like me, I'm personally lactose intolerant. Other people are also dairy-free, so lactose intolerant and dairy-free are the two main issues when it comes to eating cheese. The main reason that lactose intolerant people can't eat cheese is that our bodies don't produce the lactase enzyme, which is what breaks down the lactose in the dairy products. According to Angela Bavaro, interviewed on December 7th, someone who has suffered with lactose intolerance her entire life, states that the difference between lactose-free and dairy-free is that dairy-free doesn't have any dairy products, obviously. Products that say dairy-free are often made from ingredients that are plant-based like soy or almond milk. However, lactose-free isn't really lactose-free. It's regular dairy products that they add in the lactase enzyme, which allows the body to digest the lactose in the dairy products. So in butter, cheese, milk, any of that kind of stuff, they add the lactase enzyme to counteract the effects that the regular lactose would have on your body. Lactose and dairy-free items originated in many different places, and there are many different theories backing all of their histories. One theory for the lactose-free is that it originated in what is now Turkey, and they discovered it just as like milking cows and milking goats, just as that was discovered was when they discovered that mutation. It's a mutation in the gene that produces the lactose enzyme in your body. One theory from the dairy-free is that it originated from China in the 16th century, and like stated before, it was made from soy and plant-based products like soy, tofu, that kind of thing. Lactose and dairy-free items can be sold in a variety of different stores, Jewel, Walmart, Target, that kind of thing. Except the dairy-free items are more difficult to find. They're in places like Woodman's, Farm and Fleet, like that type of thing. These cheeses are extremely delicious and taste extremely similar to the regular cheese, and it is difficult to even know the difference.
Okay, interesting. So now that we've covered cheeses from all around the world, let's summarize a little bit.
Well, it seems that we all have different cheeses that come from a variety of different animals, including buffalo, goats, sheep, cow. And I realize that one thing that all these cheeses do have in common is the fact that they are all man-made by humans.
Well, we had such a great time talking and eating cheese, and I hope we all have a cheddar understanding.
All right, let's eat some cheese.